Ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, welcome back to the Soda Fountain. You've got hot cocoa,
And you got Coca Cola.
and so oh geez, you're still staticky.
Is it because I'm far away?
I don't know. There's just a little buzzing behind you sometimes.
Oh, let me just turn off the buzzing thing.
Yeah.
How's that?
That's a little better.
My air conditioner's on, and since it's Texas, fuck.
Texas. But yeah,
Tex.
so this is our second time trying to record this, and my third time trying to record one of these today. Uh, so
Technical difficulties.
I
People will
was
say.
I was just playing through a randomizer Nuzlocke on for Pokemon White, which if you guys are interested in that, I might make a series out of it. Could be fun. Uh, my starting Pokemon was a Totodile because
Oh
the
yeah.
options were Totodile, Sandshrew, and Budew. And obviously, my favorite Pokemon of all time is Totodile, so hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I ended up with multiple water type Pokemon in my party already. My
Oh
party is
yeah.
currently an Oshawott, a Budew, a uh no, an Oshawott, a Croconaw. No, it's Duat, Croconaw, Carvana, and a Doduo.
Nice.
Um, so it's pretty fun. Uh, if you guys are interested in seeing a playthrough of that, I could do that. I was hoping to do Red Dead Revolver next, but because Red Dead Revolver, good game. Uh, that actually we were talking about earlier, most powerful quotes in fiction. Uh, would you like to go back to that topic?
Why not?
All right. So the ones that we mentioned were obviously Monument to All Your Sins from Halo.
From Halo 3.
Then I brought up
Definition of insanity.
Voss. Yeah. Should I do that one again?
Hell yeah.
All right. Here we go cuz I think I still have the page. All right. Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is? Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing over again and over again, expecting shit to change. That is crazy. First time somebody told me that, I don't know, I thought they were bullshitting me, so boom, I shot him. Thing is, he was right. And then I started seeing everywhere I looked, all these fucking pricks, everywhere I looked, doing the exact same fucking thing, over and over and over and over again, thinking, this time is going to be different. No, 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 please. This time is going to be different. I'm sorry. I don't like the way you're looking at me. Okay, do you have a fucking problem in your head? Do you think I am bullshitting you? Do you think I am lying? Fuck you, okay? Fuck you. It's okay, man. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill, hermano. I'm gonna chill. The thing is, alright? Thing is, I killed you once already. It's not like I'm fucking crazy. It's okay. It's like water under the bridge. Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity? I actually think that take was better.
A bit.
uh, it's hard to like really capture the chaotic energy of Voss. Uh, and yes, in case you were wondering, me punching the desk, that is part of the read. Because he punches a crate. Um. Oh. So the another powerful quote in fiction comes from Red Dead Revolver,
Mm-hmm.
where, well, I'd hate to see you hang after all you've done. 5,000 in gold sound like a fair bounty. And Red Harlow just looks and he's like, "Give it to them. It never was about the money." Because Red Dead Revolver is a story of revenge, and not a single motherfucker in the world could stand up to Red Harlow. I just heard someone scream.
Odd.
Yeah. Hmm.
Wasn't me, so.
Yeah. It was too quiet to be you. Had to be someone outside. Hope nothing bad's going on out there.
That would be bad.
Can't really see. The blinds on that window don't work. But,
You should
yeah.
say that it's blind.
Yeah. Love is blind.
Oh,
Oh, hi, Mark.
hi, Mark. Oh, hi, doggy.
Hi, doggy.
Hi,
He
doggy.
sells plushies of that dog now.
Hell yeah.
Man, Tommy Wiseau, you do you. You predate modern man. You're like 2 trillion years old. You do you, man. Anyway, do you have any others you'd like to add?
And that was another one I said earlier. What was it? Oh yeah, Skyrim bartender yelling at a dragon. Victory or Sovngarde?
Pretty strong. Oh, there's the buzzing again.
How's this?
But yeah, I guess I could talk about scheduling stuff too for the channel. I planned on having the it's Dead Toll or Death Toll uploaded this weekend, but I wasn't happy or satisfied with the quality of the session. So I'm gonna try redoing it. We played it on advanced, and we did not know that Death Toll has a corridor of literally infinite zombies. And on advanced, it gets really overwhelming really fast. Like it's pretty brutal because you have to basically cut your way through. Yeah, even on normal, we barely made it through the first time. So that was pretty rough, but you know, it happens.
It happens. Gotta deal with it.
So we're gonna try re-recording that on Monday. I'll have this video up for what's it called? For Monday though. So this video might even be up tonight, day of recording. But yeah, these don't take that long to upload. You know, only like 30 minutes or so.
This is just audio.
Yeah. Then the plan was to finish. I have Postal 2's Thursday also recorded. I did take your advice of being more energetic. It is very different from the rest of the Postal series so far.
Yeah, because it's a chaotic game, man.
Yeah. And I've run out of things to explain. Like I've run out of my like pro tips, and
especially when Zombie Dead appeared.
Yeah, that was. I know I didn't sound shook in that video, but I was. I did not know that was a thing in the game.
We talked about it for like 20 minutes afterwards.
Yeah, I did not know that was in the game, and Scarlett was saying, "Man, how long have you put into this game?" And I was like, like 12 hours. I've only played through it once, and I haven't even finished the DLC. And he was like, "There's no fucking way." And I'm like, "Yeah, I just learned a lot about the game because it's a good game. I was having a lot of fun with it. I wanted to understand how it worked, and like see what engine and everything it used because it's such an antiquated game." But Postal 4 is coming along pretty well. It's still in pre-alpha. It's still gonna come out before Yandere Simulator.
A lot of historic things are gonna come out before Yandere Simulator does.
Bernie Sanders is gonna die before Yandere Simulator comes out. Yeah, no, Yandere Simulator. fuck Yandere Dev. If you support Yandere Dev, I don't really want you on my channel. Look at the Kappa Kaiju video explaining all the shit with Yandere Dev. There's 2 of them. Both of them are very good. Very comprehensive.
Ignore how bad his coding is. Like the guy himself is kind of
a shit dude.
Yeah.
He's not a good guy. Them's just the facts, people. The dude thinks that there shouldn't be an age of consent. Yeah. Dude's actually super fucked up. But there's and then he like argued towards like, no, I want to show Yandere-chan's panties for the inventory system. I want to do that. Why would I censor my vision? Even though like a majority of the people who like did the poll said, yeah, don't do that. So she's yeah, she's 18, but yeah, but still, that's kind of fucking weird. Also, not to mention that the characters from Yandere Simulator appeared in a porn game.
Yandere-chan herself did.
Yeah. Completely in.
Which means the game got a crossover before it finished.
Yeah, it got cross promotion with Nataku, I believe it was. Generally, if it looks like a porn auto clicker game, it's generally Nataku.
it's Nataku, yeah.
I don't know anything about Nataku other than they make shitty porn mobile games. Because my friend was explaining it to me one time, and I was like, "Wow, that sounds really lame."
Their computer games are no better.
Ugh. Meanwhile, you got the one guy who made Katana Zero. The only things he did before Katana Zero were like random browser flash games. And then he made Katana Zero, which is one of the best indie games I've ever played. It's like 3.5 hours long. It's on the Switch. It's super good. You could probably get it on Steam because it is a 16-bit game.
And it's where you find most 16-bit games.
Yeah. So it's fucking awesome. Game's great. It has like a slowdown time mechanic. You can reflect bullets. Very good game. I streamed the whole game on my channel. It is also difficult. It is very hard. That game will kick your ass if you don't like take it seriously. Because it's one of those games where you die in one hit.
Okay.
It's not unfair. It's not unfair because so do like all the enemies. It's like playing Devil May Cry on Heaven and Hell difficulty where everything dies in one hit. Like some of the bosses don't die in one hit, but usually they telegraph pretty hard. But yeah, so Postal 2 is still going to continue. I just needed a week off, really, from uploading. Just stuff was really stressful. And I needed a day off. I needed a week off, that's all. Channel is going to continue to operate as normal. Because, believe it or not, uploading a video every day was hard. It was very stressful, actually. Just trying to get 7 videos up in 7 days or whatever. I think I got like 6 up in 6 days, and I just couldn't be fucked to put another one up.
It's strict upload schedules are kind of hard.
Yeah, especially when I'm not doing this for money. But oh well, what are you gonna do? So yeah, I just do want to say this channel is gonna continue. I suppose we could talk about The Last of Us 2 again. Now we're 14 minutes in. We should be safe from Sony's copyright ninjas.
Unless their ninjas are watching, which
please do give us them views. Please give me that watch time, you copyright ninjas.
Copyright Ninjas, hello.
Yeah. But yeah, so bunch of Last of Us 2 stuff dropped. Spoilers, skip ahead. It's like 12 in the video right now. I'll say we're going to try and wrap this up by the 20-minute point because there's not a whole lot to talk about. So skip ahead to like 20 minutes, 21 minutes, starting like now.
So Last of Us 2.
So Last of Us 2, shit got its whole shit leaked pretty much. Joel dies in like the first 20 minutes. Ellie gets hunted down and killed at the end of the game. You play as apparently like some roided up transgender woman. Like, do you remember the "It is ma'am" clip?
Ooh,
The guy
yeah,
at
do,
GameStop, that dude at GameStop, or that woman or whatever at GameStop. Yeah, that's what the character looks like.
That's just a little.
Yeah, and so that also means that this is the first transgender villain in a video game. Probably whatever. Who cares? Naughty Dog is so woke that they're killing off all the good male characters as well. God, it really baffles me how Naughty Dog created, like, they made the Crash games, they made Uncharted. They had 5 great games following Nathan Drake, an objectively awful person, who just happens to run into and shoot objectively more awful people. And that they had 4 games where we managed to like love and care about that guy, but then even though Joel is objectively a better person than Nathan Drake, they had to get rid of him because well, he killed more people by not letting them kill Ellie than Nathan has ever killed. And it's like, yeah, but like also that's like a very that's like a display of humanity that like Joel couldn't bear to like he couldn't go through losing his daughter again. That was the point. And I don't get why they'd be like Naughty Dog would spend like 12, 13 hours building up that connection and then just shit all over it in the next game.
It's like I said the last time we tried to do this. It's bad writing. It's a bad writing technique to kill off a main character. Usually it's just for the shock factor.
You know
why would you do that?
They what's it called? They wharfed Joel.
That's a no bueno.
Yeah, they wharfed Joel. Because do you know what the wharf effect is?
It's where you get the character to basically sacrifice as a wow, look at this person, they're so powerful.
Yeah, essentially they turn Joel into a jobber.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that we know that Joel could kill literally anybody in the entire Last of Us universe. Like, I refuse to believe Joel gets beaten to death by a golf club and just doesn't even try to fight back. Like, that is not Joel.
Like I said, man, bad writing things. Did they change writers? Because
yes.
One of the
lead writers went to work on the canceled Star Wars game that Visceral was making.
One moment.
Yep. So in about 2 minutes we gotta wrap this up. We'll wrap this up in about a minute. Yeah, so yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play. I don't know, man. It just really, really bothers me how what they did with Joel and the way they treated his character and the way they're treating this franchise that didn't need to be a franchise. Like,
should have just been a one-off game that was just legendary.
It could have been, and I would have been okay with that. I didn't think that it needed a continuation. But with that, I think now now would be a good time to announce that I don't think I'm going to be playing Last of Us Part 2 on the channel. I am no longer looking forward to it because of what happens in those leaks. Gonna save me and Dylan some money and save myself a lot of disappointment. So
Alright, I am back.
So I think it's fair for me to just not do Last of Us 2, right?
Yeah, it's fair.
Because the first game, sure, eventually maybe I'll go back and I'll finish the first game, but I'm not going to do the second one. I'm not going to do it. Because I am fortunate enough to have a channel that's small enough to benefit from doing it, but small enough that I don't care. Like, I could skip Last of Us 2 because I just don't like what they did with it, and I'm not gonna stream it. I'm not gonna put uploads on it.
Because what you've told me, whoever wrote the new script for The Last of Us 2, they failed hard to a lot of woke kind of tropes.
Yeah.
And just as a disclaimer, I myself am a pansexual loser
of color.
And we respect the LGBT here. Like, we really do.
Dude, I'm so far off on that spectrum. I'm not even in the mentions.
But yeah,
I'm the first letter after the T. Like,
and
but like,
respect
if you want to make a game with strong female leads, just make Tomb Raider.
Build it up.
Just make a good Tomb Raider game.
Lara Croft, literally just one of the best.
Hey, the 2013 Tomb Raider game, like the Xbox One launch title or whatever, that Tomb Raider game wasn't bad. That game was pretty good.
That game was pretty lit. I played it. It was pretty lit.
Yeah, that game was good. Like, I loved that game. Like it was like the best elements of like Uncharted and Tomb Raider smashed together. I loved it. It was great. It was great. Unfortunately, apparently, Rise of the Tomb Raider is bad.
Also, as a little levity thing, guess what I have?
What? Hell yeah. Is that Coca-Cola?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Nice. Wish I had a mug of hot chocolate with me. But I'd probably spill it and destroy the
That's why I have an extra table at my side.
Yeah.
One holds all of my devices. My other just holds a miscellaneous pile of not trash because I use all this stuff, but just miscellaneous stuff. Like we got the sleeping pills, got a bottle of water, another bottle of water, Coca-Cola, this giant metal mug of erasers.
Yeah.
This stand, this microphone stand, Stando, that I don't use. We got a box full of art stuff that I don't use. I got another giant bucket of pencil. It's an artist thing to be messy with our tools, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless you're a very, very meticulous artist who has everything in order, but you're an artist. You don't even have your life in order.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah. So
calling out all the artists.
Last of Us 2 probably not gonna show up. Like, I'm gonna wait a few days after Last of Us 2 comes out to see if it's good. And if people say, you know what, the story wasn't as bad as we thought, like I'm gonna say Naughty Dog hasn't made like an outright bad game in a long time. So
like an Aladdin situation.
Yeah, I'm going to trust that. Like I'm not gonna do it launch day, and they're gonna have to like this game's gonna have to be like phenomenal for me to like actually do it. But I just
especially with all the bad writing tropes that we've been.
Yeah, from what I've heard and what I've seen, I just don't want to do that. So at this point, we're well past the spoiler mark. So thankfully,
speaking of the Aladdin movie,
what about the Aladdin?
The new one. Like it was a really good movie.
Came out like in January.
Yeah. January was so long ago. Yeah, it was only like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a really good movie.
It was 4 months ago.
4 months ago, technically.
God,
yeah.
we're
Like, it was a
almost
really good
halfway
movie.
through this year. Jesus Christ.
Oh, this coronavirus.
Shit, man. It feels like this year has not started yet.
Dude, 2016 has barely ended, and we're barely entering the actual 2017.
What? 2016.
That's the only way I can put it down.
Bro, it's 2020.
Yeah, we're barely entering the real 2017.
Yeah. Ugh. What a
It all
mess.
started with that fucking monkey.
Monkey. But
now stabbing the monkeys.
Yeah, like I don't mind having strong female leads in games. I think they're fine. Like and then here's another thing too. Like there's people who complain like, "Oh, it's so unrealistic and super sexist to have the females on the bad guy side wear high heels." And my response to that is, listen, if I'm playing like an action game and some lady comes up in like level 1 with high heels and starts talking mad shit, I immediately go, "Oh, that boss fight's going to be a pain in the ass."
Because if they're wearing high heels, they're confident enough that it doesn't matter. They're good enough that it's not going to matter.
Now, the real swerve is they're wearing high heels until you fight them, and then they put on combat boots. And then you just go, "Oh no!"
Oh no! It's like when they take off the high heels, you know shit's about to go get real.
Shout out to Ada Wong.
Because like I've tried high heels on just to see like what the whole fuss is. Like
it's impossible.
Yeah, they're kind of it's actually not quite as hard as people say it is. You just gotta stand tall, keep confidence, and you'll be able to strut with them pretty all right.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Don't wear them for long periods of time. That will fuck up the back of your leg. Yeah. Medical thing. But like if they're wearing them, like if a woman's wearing them in a video game, I know that they're really good or really evil.
Yeah.
Because like they're usually strong enough that it doesn't matter. Yeah,
it's like
if you're hurling around buildings and like destroying planets, blah blah blah.
Yeah, like Bayonetta is another good example.
Oh yeah, Bayonetta's like,
is she sexualized? Yes. A lot of people say that she's way too over sexualized, and she was clearly designed by men. Did y'all know that the person who actually designed Bayonetta was a woman?
Yeah, because for one, she's sexualized, yes, but that's a big part of her design overall. She's
very confident in herself.
Yeah, like
she is the baddest bitch in town, and she knows it, and she wants to make sure you know too. Also, she's like 7'3".
Dude, she's literally my favorite like lady character in fiction. Like one of my favorites. Literally because how confident she is. I like that confidence. That's a great confidence. Yes, I'm the baddest bitch around. You got to deal with it.
Another great character, a couple of them. There's a lot of really strong female characters in anime. Like there's Integra Helsing from the Helsing series. She's a fucking beast.
Chi-Chi, Android 17.
No,
Android 18.
No, Dragon Ball is not a good example.
Yeah, they turned to housewives, but they're still like
Android 18 is still very strong. She will still rip most humans in half.
She is powerful enough to destroy the planet, as are most of the characters.
Yeah. There's who else was I gonna say? Winry from Full Metal.
Yes.
Winry, yeah, fuck yeah. Supportive mechanic wife. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man. I need to finish Full Metal Alchemist sometime.
Which one are you watching?
Brotherhood. Because I don't...
I'd say for you...
I'm gonna watch Brotherhood just because I know that's, like, the actual story. And,
I'd also watch the first Full Metal just because, like... There's a lot of heart in it that some of it's missing in Brotherhood.
It's a Madhouse thing where for a while Madhouse didn't actually finish animes.
Yeah.
Like Trigun never got properly finished.
But yeah, like the first Full Metal, it is really good. It is what got it the worldwide recognition.
Yeah, but like I'm just gonna watch Brotherhood to get like the canon
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Then
Also, fun fact: all three of them, the manga and the two animes, the animes are literally not even completely like loyal. Like the first one,
the first one just completely loses its track, and Gintama makes fun of it.
Yeah, and Full Metal Brotherhood. That one is some things are switched around. Like I did some research on it. Like there are some things moved around just to make it flow better. And the manga is well, it's the manga. It's the most canon one.
Yeah, like
naturally.
Yeah, but like if you want to make strong female characters, you can do it without like being at the expense of other characters. Like Aliens. Aliens, what's her name? The female marine, Rodriguez, I think.
An easy way to make a really cool, strong female character, make her a military woman.
Yeah, like literally the
military
the female
women
marine
will tear you apart.
Who are the Marines? Let me look at the cast. Aliens cast. Yes.
Yeah, because if you're from the military, like you're gonna be bad to the bone. But essentially, you're gonna be ripped to
Vasquez.
the teeth as
well. Vasquez. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've seen Alien. It's probably been like 8 years or something since I've watched that movie.
Probably longer for me.
But Vasquez, oh my god, one of the best female characters. Ellen Ripley, one of the best female characters. God. And people are like, yeah, no, because, she needs to be like the characters need to be more powerful than the men. No. Make everyone equally competent and have no one say anything about it. That's how you do real, like, strong female characters, where no one ever says, like, wow, Ripley, you're really capable for a woman. They're all just like, damn, you must have experience with these things. And she's like, yeah.
One of the core things about having something like represented, don't point it out. Do not point it out. Like,
yeah, like
just everyone, have it integral. Be the part. Just make it be a part of the story. Because
yeah, like in Aliens, Alien again, Ripley, when she starts telling people how the xenomorphs function, they're just like, well, shit. You have experience with them. We may as well listen. Any bit of information helps.
Yeah, the characters have gone like, wow, look at this woman who knows what she's doing. Like, it would have cheapened it all. Like,
yeah.
To
an and reminder, Aliens, I think Aliens came out in like the 90s. Let me check the release date of Aliens.
Yeah. Well, he does that.
Movies.
Because what I've noticed about a lot of things, when people want...
Oh, you're cutting out hard. Fish?
Now?
Yes. Okay, and I've got the dates here. Alien, the original one, came out in 1979. Aliens came out in 1986, and I'd argue those two movies have done more for female representation in movies than Captain Marvel ever will. Because in Captain Marvel, they keep pointing out, oh, she's such a strong girl. She's such a strong female woman. And then in Alien, it's like, yeah, Ellen Ripley's got a flamethrower. You there? Uh-oh. We might have lost Fish.
I guess we're going to go with my shitty headphone mic.
Oh, well, there you are again.
Well, anyways, but yeah, as I was saying, when you got a strong female character, the other characters will acknowledge it, like...
Yeah, it's so easy to write a female character as being like, oh, she's so much more competent than all the men, and then like it like she very quickly becomes like a boring, uninteresting, bad character.
Yeah. Strong, confident. I will acknowledge it in a way that's like, nod, keep going.
Like, yeah, the best way to do a strong female character is just have everyone take them seriously and just never have it seem like that, like everyone's relying on her. Just have it be like she's part of the team, they accept it and they move on.
Yeah,
like
men don't mind strong female characters. If anything,
like no, some do. Some do. Some like, guys do.
Some do.
Some guys are just awful and they don't like banger movies like Alien.
Yeah, but most guys, like, if they see a strong female character, like, yeah, look at her, she's cool. But when you start to make part of the movie be like, look at her, she's so strong, you're taken away from the narrative and from the
it's not realistic.
Focus on one character.
People don't care how strong a character is. They care about how the world around them interacts with them. Which
because
is why
a strong female character will make
like they make a point of it in One Punch Man. Saitama is ridiculously powerful, and the story focuses around how the world around Saitama deals with Saitama. It's not how Saitama deals with the world around him. It's how the world around him deals with Saitama. That's what One Punch Man is about.
And it also has very powerful female characters.
Yeah. Like, there are examples of good female characters in media, but they get overlooked very frequently. Like, obviously, are the women in One Punch Man as strong as Saitama? No, because that's the point. No one's as strong as Saitama.
Yeah, no. That's quite literally the point. No one can be stronger than Saitama.
His power isn't super strength. His power is to defeat anything in a single blow. Like, that's the thing people don't understand. Is that Saitama's not just super strong. His ability is to win in one hit. And the few people who have survived more than one hit, he never lands a direct, serious killing move on them.
And anyone who does survive more than one hit
usually surrenders.
Oh my dude. Yeah, they're usually gods.
Yeah.
Right. If you survive the One Punch Man, like, you're literally so high above anybody.
Like Garo.
Yeah.
Garo survives multiple attacks from Saitama. And Saitama at Garo's strongest, because Garo's second form is his strongest. Saitama says, "You need to quit this fight. I don't want to kill you, but if you come at me, eventually I'm going to land a hit and you're going to die." And Garo's like, "What? How could you possibly say that? I've got you on the ropes." And Saitama responds by flinging both of them like 15 miles into the air. Like, that's the point, is that Saitama is the top.
He is. He is the peak of power that can be reached, essentially.
Yeah. At this point, we're reiterating the same thing over and over, but...
Yeah.
But I all I'm saying is that I'm okay with strong female characters. I'm okay with it. In fact, I encourage it. But there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. The right way is Aliens. The wrong way to do it is Captain Marvel and Ghostbusters 2016. Those are the wrong ways to do it. Because the more you draw... It's like how Superman being white is part of his character. And the reason people get so... It's part of his design. And the reason why people say, well, you can't make Clark Kent black is because you're making the fact that he was white to begin with important when it isn't. Like, if the point of Superman is that he is the pinnacle of good, it shouldn't matter what color his skin is. But by making Clark Kent black, you make that important. Are you there? Uh-oh. Fish? Did you hear any of what I just said?
All right, I am back.
Did you
I
hear?
am simply listening to it. Yes,
Okay,
I hear.
yeah, so like you get where I'm coming from. Like there is an alternate universe Superman who is black, and that's fine. That's fine. Even if it's an like the most powerful Superman in the multiverse is black and looks like Barack Obama. I'm okay with that. Like
It's when you start pointing out things
Yeah,
that
it's-
don't matter.
what bothers me is like, oh man, we're gonna cast Michael B. Jordan as Clark Kent and make Clark Kent black, and I'm like, well, now you're drawing attention to character details that don't matter. Like, if you're gonna make a black Superman, use the pre-built black Superman. Like, one of the points of Superman's character is it doesn't matter what color he is, because sure, he looks white, but he's not Caucasian. He's an alien.
Like, he's already like
He is the most minority of minorities. There's literally
only
two
one
of
who's a
him.
minority.
There's two of him. There's him and his cousin. There's literally two of him. And sometimes a
And-
clone.
And sometimes a dog.
Yeah, they're like Superman is the most minority of minority. And you might say, well, he's white and he's always been white. Yes. And is part of that design rooted in the fact that in the 1940s a black superhero probably wouldn't have sold? Yes, certainly. But
And then-
DC has worked since to make it that Superman's skin color doesn't matter. It's to keep the fact that you look at Superman, you see him, you're like, yes, that is Superman. You don't even need to see the S on his chest. You see the red cape, you see the hairdo, you see the blue suit, that's Superman. It's supposed to be
Where you
simple.
can just toss some colors on a page and you'll think, yeah, that is indeed.
Toss blue, red,
Mhm.
yellow on a page, and that's the Superman colors. Like it just infuriates me because it's like there are other fantastic characters to pull from without trying to tamper with a character like Superman. If you want a great black superhero movie, make a Static Shock movie. Please do that. I would love to see it. If you like Into the Spider-Verse did the same thing. They made a Miles Morales movie and it was great. It was amazing even.
And while they did like casually shit some light that he is like,
Like I think like Miles Morales is another fantastic example of diversity done right because it never matters that he's the black Puerto Rican Spider-Man. It doesn't
and
matter.
he's a black Puerto Rican who like as a main character, his movie reached billions of dollars. Like that movie is literally hailed one of the best movies of all time.
Well,
Like,
one of the best superhero movies.
Yeah. Dollars.
Yeah, like Into the Spider-Verse was fantastic. And Miles Morales is a great character in the comics because yes, he's a black Puerto Rican Spider-Man, but he's not there in place of Peter Parker. He's there in addition to Peter Parker. And that's what makes him so cool.
He doesn't overshadow like the original.
It's not
He's
them
just-
trying to
he's
replace
Spider-
someone. It's like when they tried to replace like Thor with Jane Foster, which sure whatever, that's happened before. Or when they tried to replace Iron Man with Riri Williams, who's the most Mary Sue or America Chavez. Oh my lord. America Chavez is a villain that gets applauded because she happens to punch the wrong guys. Because
What?
in one of America Chavez is like black Mexican Superman. And she's awful. She's horrifically racist towards white people. And in one of her comics, in her standalone series that got canceled super fast because it didn't sell, she was in high school and a teacher said something she found disagreeable, so she ripped his fucking head off. And it's like, well, he was a white guy. He had it coming. But it's okay. I didn't kill anyone. He was an evil robot. I'm like, you know, you could have just committed murder because a guy said something you didn't like. That's a villain. Like, come on, not even like Punisher kills people because they say something he doesn't like.
Like, there's a thing about, like, explain this. Well, for one, people, it is possible to be racist to someone who.
It is possible to be racist to anything.
Because the definition of racism is discrimination or hatred to someone because of their skin color. Racism is not discrimination for having, like, dark skin. It is about just skin color.
It is entirely possible for a black person to be racist to white people, for Mexicans to be racist to Mexicans. Even that one's astonishingly common around here.
I am a Mexican. It is very possible to be racist.
Like that one is actually astonishingly common. I see that so frequently, it's ridiculous.
Right,
like, and I'm not trying to justify racism. I honestly don't see the point. Like, I mean, we all bleed the same red mostly. I don't know about the reptoids.
We don't know about.
We all bleed the same red. Come on, it's like whatever, man. Like, there's a time and a place. If you have friends who you can make the jokes with, like, yo, Fish, you know how I'd lure you out of the house? I'd throw a bucket of fried chicken at the window. You can take that joke. You can take that joke because that
it would
we
work.
know. Yeah,
we like fried chicken.
Dude, fried chicken's delicious.
Dude, it's the best. No, a better joke would be, hey, I can lure you out of the house.
No, I could lure you out. I could lure you out of the house by by yelling that there's free churros.
No. The best way to get a Mexican out of the house is to play a certain song from.
No. The best way to get a Mexican out of the house is to knock on the door and yell border control. There you go. And we can make those jokes because we're friends who can make those jokes with each other. And sure, some people might find them offensive, but like it's context. Like in this context, you think that shit's hilarious.
Is that I do think it's hilarious because, for one, we're friends. Like, we're hella best friends.
We're close. We're basically the same person. If you had good jokes about Native Americans, as like minuscule of a stereotype as I fall into Native Americans as possible, like I'm so far removed from it, but I am part Native American, and I think one time I started coughing and you started yelling at me about hitting the peace pipe too hard. And I was like, yeah, you're right, man.
I vaguely remember that. I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, like it's fine between us. But if you go up to a random person and you do stuff like that, that's racist. That is very racist.
Getting random Indian blah blah blah, like, you're doing that just to be an asshole. Like, if you go to your best buddy who still happens to be
yeah, like there's a great example of comedy over racism is the movie Blazing Saddles, which I believe is the movie with the most uses of the hard R N word in all of cinema, because it's about a black sheriff in the Wild West. And it's like, I'm happy to introduce our town's new and it's really goddamn funny, and it's like the point of Blazing Saddles is it's a comedy movie set in the Wild West that portrays the Wild West the way it was: racist, filthy, and awful.
Because fun fact,
exactly
people,
what it was.
Wild West was not a clean place.
It's not.
Because remember, this is the same time as Europe was still shitting in the streets.
Yeah, like as close as good of a representation that Red Dead is about the Wild West. Rockstar admits, yeah, no, we can't we could be more accurate, but we'd get an AO rating because of the language alone. Which is astonishing because Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, oh my lord, the language in that game. But yeah, like, like there's context that matters when it comes to racial humor. You have to know the boundaries. Like, I'm not.
Because, like,
I'm like as much as I know, like, oh, if you say you're not racist, it makes you sound like you're racist. I'm not. I'm really not. Sure, we all have our prejudices, but for me, I try to taper it as, yo, man, if anyone's following me at like 10:30 p.m., I'ma think that's real sketchy. Like, I look around whenever I'm walking around because I know that anyone could jack my shit or try to jump me. I don't look around specifically for those gang members, yes, with the bandanas tied around their ankles. No, I look around because like a year ago, a house 2 doors down got shot at.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's why I look around. I don't know the color of the person inside the house that was getting shot at, or the color of the people who shot at the house. But there is very much some shady shit going down around me. So that's why I look around when I'm walking around at night, to make sure I don't end up as a number.
Like, if you go to someone random and start giving them shit because of their skin color or how they look, because they look like a certain ethnicity.
Yeah, if like I would never call you a beaner because there's no comedic context to that. That's just straight offensive.
Besides the amount of beans I actually eat.
Yeah, like I might send you a picture of beans or something. Because, like, I don't know what it is, but the word beans is hilarious to me.
Beans.
Just beans.
I know how to make it infinitely funnier.
Me and the boys at 3 a.m. Beans. Neutral beans. Yeah, like there are some things that, like, I don't find funny. And I've put a lot of those words in the comments as censored words, typically racial slurs, because there's context to it, and I've seen a lot of really racist shit on YouTube, but I don't know, like, edgy humor and shit can only go so far before it's just trying to make people angry.
Yeah. It can be funny, like
iDubbbz walks that line pretty like close, leaning over the offensive edge sometimes. Like, when he was back doing Content Cops and the mailbox videos, sometimes he'd walk that line a little too close to the offensive end.
Yeah, because it can be funny. It most certainly can be funny. Edgy humor, dark humor.
I think the best example of dark humor, if you want an example of great dark humor, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, because I do not like that movie, but it has one of the funniest goddamn scenes I've ever seen in any movie, where it's grandpa is the best at killing, and they keep putting this hammer in the hand of like 130-year-old man who's like he's like basically a skeleton with skin sagging off of it, And they're like, come on, Grandpa, kill her, kill her. And he just keeps dropping the fucking hammer. And they just keep putting it back into his hand. And it's hilarious. It's so damn funny. And I do not really like the rest of that movie because I think I went into it expecting a slasher movie, and it's an art house film with a little bit of dark humor. Because I will say one thing, Texas Chainsaw is a very well shot movie. The first one, very well shot movie. Just not a slasher. There's very little blood and gore in that movie. Just kind of, it's like how Nightmare on Elm Street just got progressively more goofy. Oh man. But yeah. There is an important barrier of context whenever you're making jokes with friends. You have to know the boundaries, and online, oh, hello.
There are no boundaries online.
No, online I think the boundaries are tighter than ever because you're connected to everyone. And while we can make jokes between the two of us, I don't have enough I don't have enough subscribers to where this video will ever matter, and if we ever explode, I can just delete the video, whatever. But it is important to know the boundaries, and I think online you have to be a lot stricter with your boundaries.
Because fun fact, people, my vocabulary is usually much, much worse around.
Yeah, like
some friends around here, because like, dude, it's South Texas.
You live like 30 minutes from the border.
I do live 30 minutes from the border.
I remember
like,
you told me the nearest city. I looked at it and I was like, is that in Mexico? And I had to like zoom in on Google Maps. I'm like, no, it's 30 minutes from Mexico. Okay. It's like it was that close on Google Maps from like far away view. I was like, what on earth?
No, because like down here, man, like the language is not very like
politically correct. You live in Texas, man. You could live in North Texas and people would expect that.
No. I mean to the point where like these one people, they're either like, hey, how y'all doing?
Yeah, like, and I certainly talk like that a bit more when I'm not like recording for things because it just feels weird to be that character online. And since this whole thing is I'm going to peel back the curtains here at the 57 or 58 minute mark. In every video on this channel, I'm playing a character called Hot Cocoa, who's not me. Ever since like 2016, I'm playing the character of Hot Cocoa because Hot Cocoa is a much more fun person to watch than I am. He's a lot more confident. He's a lot more like he's an asshole first of all. Because you know, I figured it all started from a Smash Bros tournament where I decided to play the villain for the entire tournament. That's where the character of Hot Cocoa comes from, is I decided to play the villain once. And I got the crowd hyped as shit at that convention. It was like a small, like 64-man tournament, and I knew that there was only like 2 people who could really like give me ish at the tournament.
Give you a challenge worthy of the entire
But I knew the best way to put those people on edge was to be the villain and put the pressure of winning on them.
Ooh, give me the story. I am now curious about how you played this villain.
Oh, I played like an absolute dick. I mean, I did some shit where I played Cloud most of the tournament, and then in the middle of like winners quarterfinals or something, I just played Jigglypuff against someone. Like, I literally just played Jigglypuff against him, and he just looked down like, oh my fuck. Which, if you don't know, this is a Smash 4 tournament. Jigglypuff is the absolute worst character in Smash 4. like leaps and bounds worse than the rest of the cast. Just awful garbage character, and I played a ultra campy Cloud for like 2 games. They took me to game 3. I played Jigglypuff and just rushed them down and unga bunga'd for the entire game. And I just had them so on tilt that they just couldn't deal with it anymore. And there's, yeah, no, I played like an asshole that entire tournament. I was in winner's side finals, or I was like on winner's side the entire time. And then we got to grand finals. This was not a I did win this tournament. There was not a cash prize. I got a couple of posters. I got a poster for Doom Eternal and a poster for Skyrim that I gave to Dylan.
Hell yeah.
So no, not Doom Eternal, Doom 2016. My bad. They were double-sided posters. One side was Doom 2016, the other side was Skyrim. I got 2 of them, and I got a T-shirt. And so when I went up against the one guy I knew was gonna give me the most trouble, after I beat him on the first game, I stood up and took a bow. I stood up and bowed to the crowd. And I tilted this guy so hard, he was one of the TOs. The next year, he banned Cloud at that tournament. And he was like, well, because Cloud just isn't fun to play against. And I was like, no, my Cloud isn't fun to play against.
But now don't worry, I know the feel of playing a character.
Yeah, like, you gotta... Because I felt that, I was like, yeah, I could play the good guy, the straight man. I could do that. But I realized, it would be a lot more interesting to see if I could get the crowd excited by being the bad guy, because no one else will be. I was the only... Yes.
Okay, so my kid's...
Yeah, I was the only guy at this tournament playing Cloud. And I was certainly the only guy playing an ultra campy Cloud. Just camp for limit, throw out blade beams, space you with up air and back air. One moment.
Like this.
Sorry about that.
Quiet. Don't worry, I was just telling to the 2 viewers who are watching at this that my voice isn't actually this loud. It's usually down here when I'm actually talking.
Yeah, like it's all about playing a character. Like
it's an actual voice.
My mom was yelling, "Where'd you put that box of pasta?" And I was like, "I don't know. I probably put it in the freezer if it was in the bag with all the frozen stuff." She was like, "Oh, yeah, here it is." Yeah, like, there's a difference between being an asshole and playing a character. Like, during these podcasts, I usually just am me. I'm not playing the character of Hot Cocoa, because the character of Hot Cocoa doesn't lend himself well to conversations. Because mostly he's just like, yeah, well, I got like 7,000 more friends than you. Like that's how he is. He's an asshole.
I got so many more friends than you do.
Oh no, he speaks like he speaks like, yeah, well, I've got like 7,000 friends. So you're just shit. Like Hot Cocoa has his own backstory too, where he's very bitter over always being picked last in everything at school, and he finally found that he was good at Smash, so he decided to make everyone else suffer. So that's his little 1-sentence backstory.
Well, this voice here that I'm doing right now is an act. I don't have a name for it quite. I don't quite have a name for it.
It's Fish.
No, we'll give it to Fish.
Yeah, you're your name playing the character of Fish. I'm Trevor playing the character of Hot Cocoa. Like,
Yeah.
there's a difference between knowing the YouTuber. I'll admit, like, I don't ever say, like, Hot Cocoa, I never say anything as Hot Cocoa that I directly disagree with. Like, I'll never do something like have him, like, support racism or anything. That's, like, there's a limit. He's only an asshole in game. Like, and he's just there to have fun. That's the point. Whereas I'm usually a lot more down here, a lot more reserved, a lot quieter. Which you've heard plenty of times when we weren't doing these podcasts.
We talk a lot.
Yeah, we talk pretty often. Yeah.
My voice is usually, sometimes it's actually really fucking hard to hear me because I mumble a lot.
Yeah, we both do that.
Yeah, we mumble.
Yeah, but there's like a difference. Like, for all intents and purposes, Hot Cocoa is me cranked up to like 11 or 12. That's all it really is.
Fish is just me at an audible level.
Yeah.
but more
audible level and not cripplingly depressed.
Oh yeah, let me tell you, I am actually because ignoring how my voice sounds like, I am actually a very, very sad, quiet person.
Hey, Fish, don't you have like 3 essays to do?
Shut the fuck up, please. Please. I have 3 essays and about 4 other classes that I haven't touched yet.
At least we got the. I still hate that prompt that was given to you.
That was
that prompt. Like, did you, after we like started doing a little bit of like prodding into the topic, did you like, you started realizing, wait, this topic is bullshit?
No, I realized it was bullshit. I just didn't know why. Like, I was like, what do I research? What do I search up?
Yeah,
what do I do?
You asked me about it, and I was like, what the fuck do you mean? There's no way. Yeah, so he had to do an essay about the League of Nations and how he would have gotten America to join, which, if you do some research into the League of Nations, there's no fucking reason America ever would have joined. America is very much a country in it for itself, and there was nothing to gain from being in the League of Nations.
And we spent
a couple of days straight looking for a way. We spent like 2 full days, like, just going through, because I was helping him, because I actually just find World War II and like the surrounding time period super interesting. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll help you look into it. And we spent a couple days looking for an answer, and we found nothing.
And in an essay that records that answer, I literally had to say, listen,
you can't.
I gave some things that could have deterred World War II from happening, but there was nothing that could have gotten the United States to join the League of Nations.
Yeah, World War II could have been... Well, World War II almost kind of just happened because Germany... Like, we actually found out that Germany, like, kind of just chose not to pay off the Treaty of Versailles stuff, and that they probably could have done it if they decided to, and that kind of led into the hyperinflation. Because, like, it's more Germany's fault than most history classes would lead you to believe. Like, a good amount of the blame does rest on Germany for just not taking it seriously.
50 billion, and they offered to pay 52 billion.
Yeah.
And then they ended up paying around 10 to 12 billion. And then their economy hyperinflated.
Oh yeah, no, Germany only just in like 2010, or was it 2010 or 2015 that we found out that Germany finally finished paying that shit off?
2010.
Yeah.
2010.
So 10 years ago, Germany finally finished paying off their debt from World War I. So, in case you're wondering, that's almost 100 fucking years. That's outrageous. Like, I think that World War II could have been prevented if Germany didn't, like, just kind of treat it like a joke. But
like, and they just like paid it off, got it over with.
The way that the prompt directed you, there was no way. there was no way to prevent any of what happened. Other than maybe reduce the amount that Germany had to pay, there was no way to prevent what happened because most of Europe thoroughly ramrodded Germany for after World War One. It was pretty brutal. Anyway, yeah, holy crap, we're at an hour 10.
Yeah, so I am a very quiet, sad person.
Yeah,
that like, I usually don't sound it either. I usually sound like I'm in an okay mood.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that about halfway through this this video, it's gonna be this video is gonna be titled "The Soda Fountain," episode I think 5, talking about games again and keeping it real.
Talking about games and feeling sad.
Gaming and keeping it real.
Yeah, because we're like, actual people.
Yeah, we're real people. The like constant pressure to upload because my internet isn't good. We had a lot of problems with the recording of the Left 4 Dead 2 thing. Because again, my internet is not great. It's hard for me to both play Left 4 Dead and keep a consistent connection to Discord to keep the audio recording at the same time. That's difficult and it's stressful to have to deal with that. But and I'm gonna try and redo it, hopefully. We're gonna tinker with some settings, maybe have Dylan start the call so he's hosting it. That might lower my ping, but yeah, my ping was hitting like the 400s.
Dude, let me tell you, my ping has hit the 800s before.
Yeah, but in Left 4 Dead 2, that's really rough.
It's an oof.
Yeah, because 400 milliseconds is almost half a second delay. Like
a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty bad for a game like Left 4 Dead 2. But yeah, I'd like this podcast because it's an opportunity for
us.
The sad clowns get to take off their makeup.
No, you take off. I'd say I take off the wig, but
yeah. But,
you've seen my hair.
Yeah, your hair's you have no room for a wig. You would need a wig heavier than the rest of your head.
And let me tell you, my hair is almost a foot long.
Jesus Christ!
It does look it, but it reaches from the top of my head to just a little under my chin.
And in case you're wondering, no, his hair isn't straight. It's an afro. Oh my God.
It'd be like slightly curled bumps that you see in like Grand Theft Auto. No, it is a bona fide afro.
It is a bona fide keep your head dry afro. Like, it's pretty legit. I actually kind of respect it just because I can't deal with my hair being that long.
So much to wash it. Like,
yeah, doesn't it take like an hour to dry?
It takes longer than an hour to dry because sometimes I wake up and my hair is still kind of wet.
Oh my Lord, I couldn't deal with that. Like, I get pissed off when it takes like 10 minutes to dry my hair. So I keep my hair like 1.5 inches long at longest. Like the moment my hair starts going in front of my ears, it's gone. It's gone.
No, it was
go
like,
full Walter White. Just get rid of it.
With my hair, it's kind of like one reason I like to keep it is because whenever I'm
Oh, you cut out.
But can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, said was that my hair has a familiar weight to it that I like. I can flop it left to right whenever I need to release some energy when I'm bored.
So knives to it is a deadly weapon. What wasn't there the guy in Bleach who had hair that he tied bells to or something?
Could do that if I wanted to. That'd be a pain to untie. I have enough knots in my hair.
Yeah, well, that guy was dead. Probably that guy was a Soul Reaper, so he was already dead. He didn't have to wash his hair anymore. But
it takes about, and with the shitty pressure with the shower in my restroom. My house has 2 showers, one in my dad's garage, and the other in the house.
That's a weird one. The garage. Maybe that's less weird down there than it is up here.
My dad's workshop.
Oh yeah, no, that one makes sense.
It functions as a garage, but yeah, like the pressure in the shower is amazing. It is so satisfying.
It's so satisfying. You're cutting out.
House shower is terrible. Like, especially if you have curly hair, because if you have curly hair, it takes forever for it all to get wet. So it needs a really high pressure. But
yeah. So, yeah, it is fun to do these podcasts just because it's a chance to be real with the audience.
We talk, like,
yeah, like,
and as introverts, we usually don't have many people to talk.
Yeah, especially not now. Oh my god,
the Rona.
Yeah, that Rona out there kicking everyone's ass, and then people trying to end the lockdown early. Oh my lord.
Let me tell you, the governor here in Texas, Governor Abbott, he decided to open restaurants at 25% capacity, and restaurants and movie theaters, and we are the 49th in 50 in the amount of tests we've done.
Yeah, so
bad,
there's a lot of really stupid people out there, man. Like Donald Trump wants to, you know what? We're not even going to talk about it.
No. That's politics.
Politics does not belong here. Like, we can talk about our local government because that we can directly affect. Because, yeah, I just think that, like, these people who are like, oh, my freedoms are worth more than your health. You're wrong. Because people forget that the first unalienable right in the Constitution is life.
Like,
or
life
was it the Declaration of Independence? I think it was
life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. So your freedoms are not worth more because life comes first in our official government documents. No, it is the Constitution. So like the first line of the Constitution.
Because listen,
we the people. Blah,
being
blah.
free is great, but you need people to be free. And if you're killing off the people with a virus,
yeah. Oh man, 65,000 dead people is a resounding success.
Like,
God, it's like watching an episode of Black Mirror, but you only have to look out your window.
Yeah, we definitely got real.
Yep. All right. Well, that's about our time for the day. We've gone on for almost an hour 20.
My Coca-Cola ran out. I am now no longer have a can. But
you are now a diminishing energy.
Fun fact: I have an entire Coca-Cola outfit.
That sounds disgusting.
No. I meant like.
No, I know what you mean. Like Coca-Cola shirt, Coca-Cola pants, Coca-Cola shoes.
No. I have a Coca-Cola shirt, bright red shorts, same colored underwear, and red shoes. I need to know that. Like, it's just a thing that I just so happened to get because I saw a Coca-Cola shirt in Walmart one. Does $10, and it's a very nice shirt. And then when I got home, like, my dad got me these bright red shorts.
All right, well, that'll be our time for the day. We got about 1 minute left. Anything else you want to add?
I have shoes that are the exact same maroon color.
Still on about the Coca-Cola outfit.
Like, yeah, over time.
All right, well, I don't know if he's coming back before the end of our time. So I'd like to thank everyone for... Yeah. I'd like to thank you all for joining us.
We had a blast.
Yeah, for those of you who watched all hour 20 of this, thank you for joining us.
Props
Like and favorite if you enjoy. Subscribe for more. I should probably say a lot of this at the beginning. And we will see you guys next time. I'll try and re-record Left 4 Dead 2 tomorrow. Try to have some of it up by Tuesday. Later.
Adios.